You want to know the origins of Wall Street in New York? It's not just some noble experiment in free markets and rugged individualism. Back in 1653, the Dutch decided they needed a wall to keep the English out of New Amsterdam, so government Peter Stuyvesant, in that fine tradition of colonial leadership, told everybody to get out there and dig. We're talking enslaved Africans, free black people, white indentured servants, the whole miserable demographic in New York. They carved out a trench 4 to 5 feet deep and 11 to 12 feet wide, and then threw up a 9-foot wooden fence on top of it. 2,340 feet of it. They called it Het Singel, the belt. Eventually, people started calling the road behind it Wall Street, because that's what it was, a wall built by people who weren't allowed to leave. Fast forward a few decades. The English are running the place now, and they've got a problem. Too many enslaved black people walking around looking for day work. It made the white citizens nervous, you know. You know how it goes. Nothing ruins a nice afternoon like seeing the merchandise out unsupervised. And that's not my words. That's just how they used to look at things. So in 1711, the city fathers did what any sensible government would do. They started regulating it. They built a wooden shed at Wall and Pearl Streets right by the East River and declared it the official municipal slave market. If you wanted to rent out your human property by the day, you had to do it there. The city even took a cut. Sales tax on every transaction. Human beings as a revenue stream. That's what you call capitalism. Beautiful. That's what they thought. The place could hold about 50 people at a time. Later, they started selling corn and grain there too. So they renamed it the meal market, which has a nice, wholesome ring to it. Nothing says family values like trading corn and kidnapped human beings under the same roof. By 1703, 42% of New York households owned enslaved people. That's a higher rate than Boston and Philadelphia put together. Out of a city of roughly 6,400 souls, about 1,000 were black, and they were doing the actual work, clearing land for Broadway, building Trinity Church, working the docks, farming, skilled trades, the whole operation. The engine was running on people who weren't allowed to quit. And of course, because this is America, before, the 40-hour work week. Within months of opening the official slave market, you had New York's first slave uprising right over on Maiden Lane. Coromantee and Paw Paw, people from what is now Ghana, decided they had enough of the arrangement. The city responded the way cities respond, with more laws, more violence, and more sermons about